Updated 8 minutes ago. It's been said that politics makes for strange bedfellows. The same can be said for the way sports can bring together people who otherwise have little in common, like Steelers and Browns fans. With just a 2-hour drive separating the two cities, Pittsburgh and Cleveland have been arch rivals in football since they first met back in 1950, the year the Browns joined the NFL. But now the Steelers need some help from the Browns. After losing at New Orleans last Sunday and falling out of first place in their division, Pittsburgh has virtually no chance of making the playoffs unless the Browns beat the AFC North leading Ravens, and the Steelers defeat Cincinnati on Sunday in the final games of the regular season. So, like it or not, Steelers fans will have to root for the Browns. But many don't seem to mind. America loves an underdog and Pittsburgh is no exception, says Bill McGleary, 56 of Carnegie, as he sat at the bar of Mario's on the South Side Thursday watching college football. As much as we've always been rivals, it's good to see Cleveland doing better. To say that the Browns are doing better would be to massively understate Cleveland's turnaround this year. After winning just one game in their previous 2 seasons and famously going 0-16 last year, the Browns are 7-1 behind rookie quarterback sensation Baker Mayfield. With a win at Baltimore on Sunday, the Browns would clinch their first winning season since 2007. That would be just fine with Patrick Malcolm, 22, of Scott Township. "I hate the Browns and I feel sorry for the Browns," says Malcolm. "They've been so bad for so long. Hopefully the Browns will beat Baltimore so the Steelers can go to the playoffs." The Steelers-Browns rivalry peaked during the 70s and 80s when it seemed the two battled annually for first place in the old AFC Central Division. But since then the intensity has fizzled, with the Steelers having beaten their arch-rivals to the Northwest in 15 of the last 18 games dating back to the start of this decade. Colin Sweeney, 28, of Mount Lebanon, says he's not only rooting for the Browns this Sunday but also for them to return to being the kind of team that can consistently challenge the Steelers. "I'm pulling for them to win this weekend, of course," says Sweeney. But going forward, it's a good thing for the Steelers to have the Browns make the division more competitive. Because the Steelers play up to their competition and play down to bad teams. Along Carson Street at Fathead Saloon, Steelers fan Rachel Zemetsky of Pittsburgh was having none of it. She says she became a fan when Franco Harris and Mean Joe Green were the stars of the team and that her hatred for Cleveland was too much to overcome. "I don't have to root for Cleveland," said Zemetsky. "I want the Steelers to be in the playoffs but I can't root for the Browns. We have relatives in Cleveland and we've had a rivalry with Cleveland all of our lives, so it's always a good day in our house when the Browns lose." Zemetsky's husband Joe said it would be a good trade-off for him to have the Steelers miss the playoffs as long as the Browns lose. "Once you're a die-hard Steelers fans, it's black and gold all the way," he said. Melissa Gullo, 44, of Monroeville, said that as far as she is concerned, the Browns are no longer the Steelers' arch-rivals and that the team she really despises is the Ravens. "I feel bad for the Browns because they have lost for so many years," said Gullo. The Steelers are much closer record-wise with Baltimore. Meanwhile, in Canfield, Ohio, lifelong 31-year-old Browns fan Brian Silver says it's a bittersweet feeling to have Cleveland one victory away from its first winning season in over a decade, when that one win could end up putting the Steelers in the playoffs. "I'm going to just enjoy the game and hopefully the Browns will beat the Ravens," says Silver, "but if they lose on a last-minute field goal or in overtime or something like that, I'd probably still crack a smile." Paul Guggenheimer is a contributing writer.